All right, good evening, Ambazonians. You're welcome to the Horizon today, the voice of the Amber woman. Well, I'm sure you would have been expecting Dr. Patience Abiedu. Oh, well, somehow we may just find a way to ensure that, your expectations are not cut short. But before then, you're welcome to the Horizon once again. Of course, I am Onyee Okpala, and today we'll be talking on something very, very significant, and that is the 20th May celebration. First of all, the question is it a celebration? While you're trying to answer that, would want to also ask, what is 20th May to a people? Are people in chains? Or to marginalized people, homeless people, people who are suffering, people who are refugees, and some others are behind bars? So I ask again, what is May 20th? So for May 20th to many Ambazonians, it's just a day that they have lost their identity, their dignity as a people, and as a people who have been suffering tooth and nail since 2016. To reassert it, it is a day that Ambazonians claim to a federated state was lost. Very painful. To a marginalized Ambazonia, May 20th is the day Ambazonians in La Republic to Cameroon were abused and marginalized, and their cultural identity, their personal lives, and all that they stand for tampered with. Today on the Horizon, we will take an in-depth analysis, expectations of Ambazonians on the day or days leading to this day, and what Ambazonians need to know. There is something about this age, and that is information, and that is knowledge. A people without information, a people without knowledge, will definitely lose their path. And so for a program as sensitive as this, and for a topic as important as this, it's highly important that Ambazonians get educated and do not find the excuse of ignorance in this case. And so for today, I have to do justice to all of these, I have, first of all, Commander Willy. Commander Willy is going to be joining us today. Oh, I didn't want Dr. Patience Abiedu to show yet. I wanted people to be expecting. So who else is in second guest? And I'm sure Ambazonians will be wondering, why does the owner of a show want to be the guest for today? Just maybe she doesn't want to play the two roles. So it's okay. I could play her role today so that she would take the other part to do part of the educationing, do part of the informing, and ensure that everyone gains enough knowledge for today. Dr. Abiedu, welcome to your show.
Thank you so much, Onyee. Thank you for hosting me today, for hosting both of us, Chairman Willy and myself. It's our pleasure to be here. Looking forward to the conversation.
You're welcome. Yes, please. You're welcome. Commander Willy, nice to see you here, not just on This Week on Ambazonia. Nice to have you here again today.
Yeah, morning, everybody. Thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity to come over here. Thank you.
All right, so let's get into the crux of the matter. Mape, what can this day mean for Ambazonians? I mean, we are already in day 9. We have just a few days to ensure that Ambazonians all across the world, even those at the home front, would understand the importance of what May 20th is to Ambazonians. Let's start with you, please.
Well, in a nutshell, it's a day of mourning. It's an illegal day in our history. But before we delve into that, what really is a national day? It's considered a national day, but what should a national day really signify? We know the history of this day, which I'm sure you will delve into later on. But when we think about national days in other countries, there are days that have significance in terms of the independence of the country, which is the case for most African nations. When you talk about their national day, you're talking about the day they gained their independence from from their colonial masters. In the United States of America, where I reside, the most important national day is July 4th, their Independence Day. Everybody recognizes it and knows what it stands for, knows how it came about. In Nigeria, they celebrate the 1st of October 1960 as the day that they gained independence from the British, and so on. So for us, from Southern Cameroons, whether you're from Southern Cameroons, from La République du Cameroon, 20th May should have no meaning whatsoever. It's a day that was brought about by some criminal activity of Ahidjo, but I'm sure we'll get into that. A national day celebrates a nation's history, culture, some significant event, and that's not the case for us. So I'll end here for now.
All right, thank you so much. And Commander Willy, I understand, but before, okay, I think we should just go straight because I've already seen that announcement has been made public. The days leading to the 20th of May, your department, there is an announcement already, and there is how you want Ambazonians to respect that. Please, sir, can you, do us the honors and establish the reasons why from the 17th would be a ghost down or lockdown date down to the 20th? Let's start with that.
Yes, as a one to all Ambazonia State Army, as a one, similarly, Sheikh no day, fellow Ambazonians, this is your servant, the Commissioner for Home Front, Willy. On behalf of Ambazonia government, we come today to make some announcement and to educate you, guide you to where the war is going and how we should proceed. I will speak in pidgin English for my people to listen. I'm going to prepare them now. Now, Commissioner for Home Front, with the salon all. As soon as they stay for us, when the respect goes down, respect the rules and regulations for the state. With the salon all, on behalf of the federal government of Ambazonia, and on behalf of President Dr. Samuel Takwe Kome, we like the guide we all. We are Commander in Chief. So the government of Ambazonia, you don't put a lockdown date. Any announcement come, let me for Willy the announcement come out. The announcement, let me Willy announcement. The government are the government for the country. Not be Willy government, the government for all of us. So when the communique come out, not be Willy, they put the communique outside. Now I'm just a servant for furnish them out. And the communique come like this. I go show now two paper. We go easy for one to see them. Now the first paper is when I go see we have flag and wait to say one Ambazonia. And when I go see somebody hand, where the chain them. Not be Willy hand. Na hand for all Ambazonian them. Na hand for all Ambazonia. When you chain your hand, I will come explain as we go down the way, but make a focus on this paper at this time. So the lockdown, now 5 days, only 5 days lockdown. It will start for waiting. It will start on Saturday. That's May 17 through Wednesday, May 21. May 17 through May 21. The one a simple version, so that when I go divide up on a meeting group them, when I go divide up on a meeting houses them, and as we go down the way, me I go come explain for na the version this. When I go see people, they go make many different type they put outside, but they go carry the same date. Make una respect the date. Now the date matter. No worry for the color. So time now for BB grammar, we'll put it like this. For people that don't open them for their phone, we'll type them there, we'll make and they'll snap and send them out so that if easily share them. But for people that want to read detailedly, and they detail in this. In a nutshell, we'll just summarize them and forget for now. So as time we go on, when I go see how to explain for now, waiting for do and how for do it. But remember, don't forget, say we'll start on Saturday, May 17, Sunday, May 18, Monday, May 19, Tuesday, May 20, and Wednesday, May 21. I know we'll explain certain things then behind the reason why the government decided for put and so, but for Home Front, we'll follow all as a team, as a country. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Commander Willy. Let's go back to Dr. Patience Abiedu. Please, let's get back to the 9th and 7-2 referendum, because I think that the people need to be educated on this. Please enlighten us more on how this has impacted negatively on Ambazonians so far, and why the lockdown that Commander Willy is talking about is important, because people reason differently. I think after that I'll come with the B part of this question that I want to ask.
Yes. So I grew up for the bulk of my life going through primary school and secondary school, celebrating 20th May, where we went out for the march past, which was commonly what we did as students, and we looked forward to it. I mean, it's big day. Onyee, it's only when I came to the United States just a few years ago, when this war broke on, that we started re-educating ourselves. Because if people really knew the meaning of 20th May, they would not be celebrating it. It's only because of the war that we started doing some research. I mean, those who were our forefathers, the others that have lived, probably knew more than most of us did. So by reading, we understand that on that day in May, when President Ahidjo single-handedly decided to do an unconstitutional revolution, where he decided to take away the federation and make us a united Republic of Cameroon. That was a criminal activity, but most people don't know that. And that day really has no significance if you really look into it seriously. And they make us go out and march. You have all these celebrations all over the place for something that should not have taken place. In another country, somebody doing something like that would have been put in jail. Ahidjo deserved to have been locked up for doing something like that. But he was smart. Before that happened, he had already demolished all our mobiles wing system. We didn't have any control, no policing of our system. All the parties that were there at that time had been demolished. So our people were living in fear. So this guy was a dictator of the first order. And Onyee, just you mentioned something that the people that do not understand their history, that are not educated, will always live in falsehood. And this is just the education we are trying to give our people, that go back and read the history. When we became a federation, there was part in the constitution, I think the 47th article in the constitution stated that under no circumstances will that federation be abolished. Under no circumstances. Unfortunately, Ahidjo was able to do that, of course, with the help of France, and make us now second-class citizens, make us recolonized, annex us. And how can we be celebrating a day like this year in, year out? I'm sure we'll go detailing into some of the things that there are ramifications, but if we think about it, it's the day that we died as a people. How can we celebrate the day that we died as a people, as Southern Cameroonians, as the people from West Cameroon? Remember, there was East Cameroon and West Cameroon. Over to you, Onyee. Are you there? Okay, if not, I'll just continue speaking. I understand that before this 20th May came about, remember on October 1st, October 1st, 1961, we gained our independence following the plebiscite. So on February 2nd, 1961, we voted to join La République du Cameroon as a federation. So on October 1st, we had our own Independence Day, which we were celebrating until May 1st came. Until 20th May came. And then La République du Cameroon had January 1st, 1961 as their 1960 as their Independence Day. And they were celebrating that day also. And then, of course, the what was called Empire Day, which was February 11th, from 1961, was celebrated for a few years and later on changed to Youth Day. I'm mentioning these 3 days because those were days that were celebrated. They had some significance. But after Ahidjo unilaterally abused our constitution and decided to make us a United Republic of Cameroon, then they started celebrating this fake day called May 20th. I don't know if you're there because I'm here speaking by myself. Is there some technical issue from your end? Okay, I'll go ahead till I get some confirmation that everything is okay. I like to read something that is very important. I think if I read this, people will understand more where we are coming from. It says, in June 1972, the President of the Federal Republic, Ahmadu Ahidjo, representing the state of... Oh, you're back.
Yes, please. Sincerest apologies for that technical hitch-up. I'm happy we fixed that in and we can still hear what you're saying. So you could go on with what you're saying and then we'll keen as we can. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, I was going to read something that I came across about this 20th May issue. It says that in June 1972, the President of the Federal Republic, Ahmadu Ahidjo, representing the state of East Cameroon, repudiated the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. Following the maliciously organized May 20th referendum by Ahmadu Ahidjo in 1972, the legal institutions and states of East Cameroon and West Cameroon were all swept away by the mere proclamation of a presidential dictatorial order number DF 70-270 of June 2nd, 1972. Ahidjo, with his self-imposed imperial powers and acting like a rogue, misused the office of the President of the Federal Republic and managed a fraudulent referendum on the 20th of May 1972, which is styled the Peaceful Revolution. I just wanted to read this part and then we can proceed because I think it really tells the story.
All right, thank you so much. I was still going to ask you about someone else, but then let's move to Commander Willy. Commander Willy, I'm going to have to divide this into two parts. I know the area that you specialize in, and so we are taking a long time to give out their dates and all of that. would there be any form of, I don't want to call it punishment, probably you have a better word, for those that would, let's say ignore, let's say disregard the lockdown, which you're giving out dates as early as almost 9 days to the very day? Would there be any form of punishment, any form at all as we progress? Let's find out that, please.
Yes, I'm prepared for home front. What you greet now? As soon as I see this paper for this lockdown, the team for this lockdown, it says this 5-day lockdown. It says Cameroon, stop the invasion of Ambazonia. We are a separate country. Cameroon, stop the invasion of Ambazonia. We are a separate country. It's written in English, simple. I mean, Papa them will say they so make Cameroon the stop for the swallow way. Will not be part of them. When they go back for their country and for their boundary, they know which way would they talk. As you ask whether we will punish people ready to violate the rule or the regulation, the answer now will be for war. And for water, anything you see them, you could take them. The fool where people for ground. If you see Cameroon government, La Republique, the fool, the army them, it says this is crisis. It says crisis on Ambazonia. So when the army they come, they die under the thesis crisis or the team crisis. But we Ambazonian, we also do for war. And for wartime, when the government put an order for ground, the main priority for that order for ground and for the safety for our people and their welfare. When the president he give an order, President Sakol, if he don't sign an executive order, he will protect, defend, secure, guide our homeland in any shape or form. And they don't make a federal war draft where when I don't see how they don't draft for carry out this operation for ground, so that my army they know the kill where papa them, the burn where houses them, the rape where women them, the kidnap where men and women them, and where sisters and brothers them, they put them for jail. So if you see this picture where they handcuff somebody, and when they say lockdown day, you disobey the lockdown, that means say now you the handcuff whistle. When they don't say lockdown a day, we'll see you where you violate them. You see this person with the handcuff where a whole chain where they will handcuff your chain for your hand. That means say now you the kiwi. Lockdown no be punishment. Lockdown no be punishment. All of us human beings, there's something they call flight or fight. If I want to put my hand for your eye, you go close your eye. Automatically your eye get a sensitive nerves the way it go make you go lock your eye for sure say danger they come. So when that danger did for Ambazonia government don't say and say danger they come, and you will do all to protect a citizen them. So when you go come out on that day or within those days, them do anything you want to do, anything you see and you get them. Before the government put this lockdown date, the lockdown announcement will come now today. If we don't come since the month of April, the government don't tell people them, some communicate don't come out where the lockdown will be. Then the ANC and my department and other department they decide the date will be necessary and why they get for do what they get for do. Where the commander for ground and the population for ground for see what we better. So now we will do because when I go see before this date one come, Cameroon government go start to put out pictures of outside where they don't really match or what they don't really do. That one we need to follow enemy schedule. We could do for wartime, but we follow the president, Dr. Samuel Sakwe Kome. You don't put them in the country, how the country go. The thing the country will do, the two the Ambazonia state I'm for do. I know we can't talk about TV, but when you go outside, whatever you see, make you take up. I know what tell you what for war. You yourself you go see what for war. Number one, for home front, you see Cameroon Army Gendarme Police, they do iron cap, all time, military vest. Number two, you see the armor card, they work all over the place. Number three, you see that they kidnap Ambazonia, them beat them, torture them, rape them, kidnap them. When they see them all. And I would just say the world shouldn't quite look at. If we not take proactive measures to protect ourselves, for contain, secure and our properties and mommy and papa them and sister and picking and brothers them, therefore, Cameroon Army go enter a kiwi all. If President Sako not be put self-defense mechanism in place, believe me, Cameroon military for don't wipe all our villages them, it should be all. Last but not the least, if you see this lockdown, someone I will say, oh, lockdown, a lot of people go home from. It will get many people them Ambazonia for the way they don't come over here, they don't flourish for they some of them they don't run for Douala. Some person, Mami die for Kumba. If you go bury Mami, they ask me, say, Willy, if I come out, do I go for Kumba? If you say it go be safe, I tell you, say, we dey for war. Whatever you see, I'm not a part of war that. So lockdown, some people don't really be for America, I don't know if you go back again. Some people, they don't be for America, where the TPS it involve everybody for this time. So this lockdown, made them not say the war will still continue. The main thing is for protect white people, them make Cameroon government they fool us because they are 20 May, where they don't come say the one can do 20 May. Dr. Patient don't tell you about the history for 20 May. My duty as a military person, now can put safety measures and mechanism in the ground for make and say make it not happen. And if you go violate them, they will go treat you like Cameroon military. As simple as that. We're there for war now, so we don't be for bush for long. And not be the dream for all Ambazonia State Army will be for bush. Not be the dream for refugees that will be out of the country. Across the world, you don't see Ambazonia picking up mommy and papa. They like prisoners all over the world. All over the world. We don't become beggars. All over the world. Some of the big be deported now from America and other countries back for Ambazonia. When they reach for the only way where Cameroon government go do, you go take some of them, shoot them, put some of them for jail, some of them go handicap them. So make we look into all this situation. When mechanisms be put in place by the government for the diplomatic move, they do their own diplomatic side for that side. They relate information for we and how for guide we how they move. President Sako hold the key. Whatever decision we make, we all follow with under leadership. May God bless us all. Over to you.
All right. I love how you were saying what you were saying with some proverbs. I love how you were diplomatically saying it. But I'll come back. I'll definitely come back to you, Commander Willy. Dr. Abiedu. Now let's go back. Since the war started, or let's say since you started the Horizon for about 2 years or 3 years now, we've observed, how many May 20th celebrations back to back. Do you think that with the efforts you put, the efforts that Dr. Foye put, this question is actually for Dr. Abiedu, please, technicians. This question is for my patients, yes. So do you think that with the efforts you've put in, there was a time Dr. Foye was in the Department of Education. I don't know if she's still there now. There was a time she spoke deeply about this to enlighten the people. We talk about Dr. Martin Mungwa, his Tuesday program. He would speak and speak. Do you think that with all of these teachings here and there, with this one we are even doing today, do you think that the people who this message is meant for, are they listening? Do they understand? When you say lockdown, do they see it as a punishment? So far, for the past 7 years, 6 years, 4 years, however you want to, do the counting and mathematics and all of that, do you think so far the people who this fight is for, especially those at the home front, do they understand the dynamics, the in-depth, or how far the government is going for them to understand why all of this is important?
I really hope so. I believe that to some extent, some people are moved and they understand exactly why this is important. There are some who I consider lost in the system, and so they will not abide by what the instructions coming from President Sako, from this government, are all about. But I believe that for the past several years, since the Horizon has been on and other programs, educating the people as to why this holiday is really something, a misnomer, something that should not have happened in our history, that we have to eventually completely eradicate it, so that there will be a time that nobody will even mention the phrase 20th May. It goes on based on education. 2 years ago, 2023, we had a program where we really delved into particular reasons, heart-wrenching reasons why especially women mothers should rather be celebrating, should be mourning for their lost ones, husbands, sons, daughters, to be mourning for an educational system that has deteriorated over the years, a legal system that has changed, where you have people going to defend themselves in a court system and do not understand what language is being spoken to them, because, of course, French has taken over. We are hoping that people are listening, that the word is spreading. The truth of the matter is that if things were great from that 1972, when this decision was made, this illegal decision was made, if Southern Cameroonians, Anglophones were prospering, we will not be here today. So things have deteriorated so much that the past 60 years, there's a cry. We, the people of Southern Cameroons, have already made a statement. We've already restored our country. We've restored the Joa government back. That's why we have the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. How can we have the Federal Republic of Ambazonia and celebrate 20th May? It makes no sense. So the only important day in our history is the 1st of January, because that's when we gain our independence. Onyee, we are really hoping that we're talking every time on the different programs on ABC, that it's getting into somebody's ear. And when Chairman Willy says what is expected on those lockdown days, people are listening and they will stay home. And the reason I know that they will stay home is because our people have respected ghost towns or country Sundays for 7 years, 8 years now. So sporadically, when we have these important lockdown days and they know the significance, they listen to us. We just have to continue and bringing them in until the day when this would completely disappear in our culture.
All right, Ma. You know that this year, for the federal draft, the president has dedicated it to the mamas, those that have been in the war, those that have been marginalized, those that have felt the brunt of the war, those that have lost their husband, their sons, is the mamas. Still, this mamas, we are having this discussion because Horizon also listens to the voice of the woman, right? Mm-hmm. Then do you think that there are some policies that made Ambazonians to be at the spot that they are in now? When I mean policies, there are things that happened, of course. There are things that happened to make Ambazonians and people like you to say, no, I'm here for the fight. I'm here to ensure that this independence is gotten. And then there are people who
Looks like we have another technical issue. Okay. I think before Onyee comes back, I think I understand where she was going to with that question. Yes, as mothers, as women who bear the brunt of war, as it is in any war-torn society, we have to speak out. We have to speak out and shame the devil, because if we don't, who will? We've seen where mothers bury the dead. Right now, we have a lot of young daughters, young sons that are IDPs. They don't have jobs. There's no hope for them for the future. We have them as indentured servants living in La Republique. So what future is there for these individuals celebrating 20th May? Remember, before this war, we did not have refugees. Now we have people that have abandoned their home and fled to neighboring Nigeria, to Ghana and other parts of the world, because of the insecurity that they face in their own homeland. So it is expected of us as women who have the position, who have the wherewithal to be able to tell our story, to do so on the horizon whenever we can, because we are speaking the voice of the woman, the voice of the girl, and people like Chairman Willy is there to give instructions of what is expected of our people back at the home front. Chairman Willy, it looks like we have some technical difficulties. You and I will continue the conversation till our host comes back. And I know you have some more instructions to give us. So go ahead with those instructions while we wait for
Yes.
the host.
Yes, fellow ambassadors, as the government don't talk about the lockdown for home front, we're not going to give a lockdown we will not go guide now. We go guide you now. We go use the three-step way, the before, during, and after the lockdown. Before this lockdown, make you know say enemy dey for your house. Make you know say we dey for war. Make you know say they don't use what they call mismatched DNA for full we Ambazonian them. So we get the wrong papa. La Republic no be we papa. So we're on papa na Ambazonia. We're on mommy na Ambazonia. So now the thing that we can tell una for educate una and for advice una waiting for do. For every society, for DNA sequence about people that they go school, wait for na blood. Now bad blood where some of people inside our land they get where they call and say Alice or Alele, Allele. So we will get some of those mismatched DNA them where they head no correct. If you fry puff puff, mommy, if you fry puff puff, you say yourself sometimes you go fry 10 puff puff round. So one go you come flat. So now that kind of one the way we call and say Alex, where they no mash for inside Ambazonia. So as we go see before this lockdown it won't come, we don't give on a time, we don't announce them before time. As we talk, enemy to prepare for your own side, waiting for do. Like we see for Bamenda, for Boya, and for that places and where Cameroon army they for day. They don't hold what they call assemble for the a tale that people then have for treat for this time for lockdown, for this time for 20th May, for this season. Who will not accept that? So before this 20th May, you go get number one charcoal. If you get charcoal, you grind them, you go keep them. If you get stomach problem, you will take some more charcoal, you sift up water, you drink them. That will help you any abnormality for your stomach where you go worry. Number two, when I will get small chop them, when I keep them for houses them. When I keep them for houses them. If you get Gary, no put all your chop for one place. If you get Gary, divide up, but there's various even a small room then keep up. Because when Cameroon enter house, you can kick all that in and check out off for ground, so you go lost. If you hide some occasion, hide up. If you hide up for backside house, time for happen, keep up for outside again for keep up. So the thing that you go for do before the 20th May it come. And maybe when I expect before this 20th May one come, as they talk, they go do Kale. They go be for many places them. They go enter for your houses them. They go take your mattress and they go travel outside. They go make we for intimidate we, make we fear. When I expect say Kale go be. So I think that government put this preventive measure them in place so that before that time one come, no motor it go waka. So that any motor waka that time we will treat it as military motor. So we will not say na military motor this or na this. When they come with army motor, we will not stand a chance. They go can carry with 20, with 40, with 50. They can't go for their military base. They go bid we, or they pay millions of CFA francs for them for release we. They don't kidnap we, the same time we have to pay them again. They kidnap for ransom. So now I will come for tell and say, when I be aware say Kale go be. They go catch some people, then go keep them for some warehouse and for field. So that time for 20 May, they go force them make the march. Then they go take and put our television and say, so now Ambassador for the march against the will. You see, they force we against your will for carry out their activities way in no correct. People like Barrister Fro Johnson, and they go talk this one when they come to the international justice kind of thing. That we wouldn't have for fight. So for the fighting side, for civilian population, when I go hell away for identify stranger them for an area them, because Cameroon army them and German police, now most of them know they live they grow. So that they go blending with for population. Make we see something, say something, we talk for Ambazonia State Army then, have for tackle if stranger live for your area, you talk. Number two or number three, my papa them, if you come up for manual, this time we will need your country talk. Talk for your picking for country talk. If you dey for Nso, talk for Nso, make we use our traditional language and for communicate among ourselves. It go make the enemy go find it difficulties for understand we, and it go make and they no go fit easily not to try for talk. Make we use country talk for talk. Every you go carry out operation, use country talk for talk. If they put an Ambazonia picking way, it come for when an army for that area. When I go see he go put mask for your face. Most of those army they wear mask, come for your area. Now that means they taking that person come up for that area. Or now the person waiting for DDR center where they don't walk out and come, make it can they show police for cause havoc. So maybe we take preventive measure them before this lockdown one come. During the lockdown, we expect say make you no go outside for go show yourself. Now me this. You go get your radio or your TV, you go stay indoor with your family, you go tell your picking them the significant why they get for resist the Cameroon government. You tell them the empire they as Dr. Patient talk, me and be opportunity for be born around that area for see those things, but maybe they tell me about empire. So you go educate your picking about 20 me, how they don't take with your DNA, they don't mess them around, they don't fool we. How they will get him a lost papa and a lost mommy, we don't find our own Ambazonia. And as such, we go learn for share with our neighbors. At this time, we go do trade by barter. Mommy, if you get plenty, Dr. Patient get cocoa. You don't need to go sell them. You just say, Mommy, give me one figure plenty, take my 2 cocoa. Mommy, you don't do them before. You give your neighbor oil, he give you cassava. When I do like that, when I share, so that make we do like that and protect yourself. Now, this time for lockdown, for those the way they fight, where they sometimes they will cancel me the sneak when the first cancel it they happen for can't sleep for house. Soldier know they sleep for time for wartime. For this time for wartime, all man for ground and soldier. Mommy, the fact say you take water, you give Ambazonia picking make a drink and for fight, you be soldier. Sister, the fact say you deny for dead army, you take intelligent gang for Ambazonia fighter, you be a soldier. Brother, the fact say you need and you pray, may God guide you all. You help we are Ambazonia picking them, you be a soldier. Last but not the least, maybe we not forget, if you get close, this time for lockdown, setting clothes and the way you not find for wear them for time for wartime. Number one, red clothes. When you wear red clothes, every enemy army stand far away, even at 20 miles away, army go see you. You go say that one for red, they will shoot you. Yellow clothes. Where to where if you blend with the environment, where if you stand, somebody no go stand far, see you. Sometimes wear white clothes, somebody stand 200 miles away, go see that one white, you go see you. Where even setting clothes in day, gray, black, but nowhere clothes will stand shine out anyway, just shine out. Last but not the least, we go get small challenges then for ground because we will get what we call alliers. Those CPDM people them where they call themselves say elite. Those are criminals that work for La Republic. Most of them go be former mayors, former this. They go come and say, hey, Petit, take 5,000 and don't worry about this. The Petit, take this. Anytime somebody bribe you, you the winning. The only thing for doing now for shooting. Any man give you bribe, you shooting. Will not go kidnap. Will not go harass nobody. Will not go rape nobody. Anybody give you bribe, you shoot it, kill him. Let me talk. That one for come from a person now. Will not go to raise a country with bribe. Last but not the least, as for the match to go for Boya, we're not going to focus for ABC. Mr. Director Party going to tell now how it think that they go. I'm going to make audio. ANC commander they will make audio. They will talk how things that they go. Any person for way, they for under federal government Ambazonia, they give an order, say when I come up from point A to point B, maybe when I think twice, so maybe they no sell one. President Sarkozy for the head, they do many things them. When he can't talk them, two he don't do, some they will criticize. We appreciate their criticism. As they criticize us, it make us a bit stronger. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Dr. Abiedu, thank you so much for standing in. You know what I'm talking about. But then let me come back to you. I was trying to, have a reminder to the people that this year's federal draft has been dedicated to the mamas and all of those that have lost their lives in the course of the war. The mamas that have lost their lives, the mamas whose husbands are killed, the mamas whose sons are detained. But there is also a possibility that this, or those who this fight is majorly for or dedicated to at this point in time, may not even understand the efforts the government, the Ambazonian government are making. I would want you to highlight again, referencing all of the maltreatment to the mothers, the young girls, the babies, both those that have been fried, so that those who may have forgotten will remember that locking us down for 5 days is not a punishment. It's for us to mourn and reflect on those whose life has been wasted in this war. Remember, this program is not just Horizon. It is also a place where the voice of the Amber woman is heard. So I would need you to do this for us extensively.
Thank you so much, Onyee, and welcome back. I have, I'm in communication with a young girl who was a victim of the war. She was shot in the face, and it's a miracle that she's still alive. And I see pictures of what happened when she was immediately shot, how the face was shattered. And then I see pictures of the reconstruction, and I see pictures of what she looks like right now. That reminds me of what has happened in Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia, because of the war. And she's just one case. There are thousands of cases of people that have been lost limbs, body parts, and you've mentioned the worst case where people have died, people have disappeared, people have been buried in mass graves. In the beginning, we saw how villages were razed to the ground with fire, where La Republique uses that method of just harassing people, that they would just burn down villages, and copying from the French, of course. And we remember of how people were fleeing and living in the bushes, and women using moss plant for pads. We should not forget all of this. Women giving birth in the bushes, people dying while trying to flee from all the way to South America. They perish in the Amazons. So there's a lot to say about what the war has caused on our people. And right now, I understand that those who are living in places like Bamenda or their areas, vicinities, Bambili, Bambui, Bali, Bafut, all those areas, people are being traumatized on a daily basis by agents of La Republique. One thing I want to say, Onyee, is that there are 3 groups of people that should be living in our zones right now. There are those who are really adamantly fighting. They may not be obviously doing things in the open, but they strongly believe in Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia, and they are praying for us to succeed. They may be doing something in the background, helping our people here and there. That is one group of people. There are those in the middle that are neither here nor there. They are afraid, but in the back of their mind, they will prefer a Southern Cameroons that is free, that we are fighting for. And then there's that third group of people that are the criminals, that are following the Atangajis, that are harassing our people, kidnapping, asking for ransom, terrorizing our people. Those who fall in that class, and if you know them, they are not Southern Cameroonians, they are not Ambazonians, they are not fighting for our freedom. They are rogues, they are thieves. So those 3 classes of people, we should be able to differentiate them. And when something like this is happening, that we are talking about banning 20th May completely in our territory, we are hoping that at least those in the first and second group that I just listed will be able to obey. Those in the third group, we don't know, but justice will come out for them. Justice always prevails. when I list all these things that have happened, the IDPs, our women being raped by the military, I believe there's a rape happening every day, and the women cannot say anything because who did they talk to? Who can they go to? They suffer for the rest of their lives. Children not being able to go to school like they normally would because of the insecurity. When we listen to all this, it gives us the stamina. It gives us puts things in perspective, and we realize that yes, we have to continue educating our people that if you decide to celebrate this day, then that means you want to continue to live as a slave in perpetuity. But if you stand your ground like Rosa Parks did in the United States of America, where she got into the bus and she was told not to sit down, and she said, oh, hell no, I'm going to sit down, and then they tortured her. We have to be like Rosa Parks and realize that we are fighting for our people, because a people without freedom are no people. What is your life without freedom? Nothing. You cannot aspire to the best of your ability because you don't have the chances, the choices, and the opportunities. So we keep on this journey because we know what we left behind and we know what we want to acquire in the future. Thank you, Onyee.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abiedu. Commander Willy, we have on the week that we have this lockdown, the week leading to the 20th. Are there advice you would want to give so that people would not say, I didn't know, I was not informed? I love the fact that some of these what should we call them, the rules or expectations are printed and people can see it, people can actually view it, people can actually save it on their phone, repost on socials and all of that. But then from you as a military personnel, people need to understand these teachings have been going on over and over again. So are there things that you hope that they would stick to as the days unfold?
Yes, Sheikh Node, thank you again. I want to first thank Dr. Patient for everything they do. And I want to thank Ambazonia women. They be allocate some amount of money for Manu County and for use them for do what they get for do. And they will allocate money for other county them. And as such, it will be used for help for feed the prisoners from Manu County. They will get 187 people them where Cameroon government don't keep them inside prison for Manu. And as such, Dr. Patient, the money will be given, it will be used for that purpose for assist the prisoners or feed them. So the women unit from Ambazonia will thank on for help, and for security reasons, video will be out. You know why? So the money will be given will be used and feed them, buy bandages them for help them for take care for wounds and everything. Now we'll do for war. We'll get two things for this war: lockdown or log off. Ambazonia government they give a lockdown. Lockdown now is certain procedure for a certain period of time for carry out a certain activity for maintain or attain a certain objective. I said lockdown a particular period of time where the government not get 5 days for carry out certain operations them for secure, protect, defend life. Now the priority of Ambazonia. President Sako, the main goal as it hotel na for maintain and for secure life. Because you know if you manage a country where the people they don't die. So why the government get a 5-day lockdown, Cameroon government get a log off. So you the civilian, or you the military person, or you the Ambazonia person within Ambazonia, for this time for wartime, we expect say you fight for your own way. You follow the other way the government they give for stay home, for be safe. Automatically, if you're Ambazonia person, you follow them. Them say you do their lockdown. What do you call and say? Why man call and say how they call them? Silence resistance. Now, log off the way Cameroon government do them. They see you, they shoot you. They see you, they kidnap you, like they kidnap Abdul Karim, they go put them for their jail. They kidnap former president Ayuk Tabi and the cabinet, they put them for their jail. They kidnap many Ambazonia and them, they put them for their jail. That's what they call log off. Some then they shoot them. That means log off, they log you off. So you will choose on this time with the government don't get, what I want be locked down for be secure, it want be log off. We for the medical field and we for the military field, there are certain times you have to put people in a certain area for containing for get certain situations. All of us here, make we no lie, we'll get house, we'll get apartment, we'll get place where we stay. For night, we'll lock your house, we'll lock your door. Why? Make enemy know before the unknown, make enemy know come. All of us here will get phone. Some people they put their phone for sleep or they put password. For why? Make people the way they hijack or hack, make the no can enter. All of us here, what I was saying for bush, for grass, for inside, we keep our eye up, we'll sleep up, I will look, we'll take some place, we'll put some barrier, make snake no can by the way. Now we're waiting for safety first. The first thing for life, no matter whether you go to school or you go to church or you do anything, now for be alive first. You go be alive first before you will decide what you do next. The government don't come, you don't study the ground, you don't see Cameroon government, it move for the past years, when I don't see they do Kali for during this time for 20 May. Catch people them, lock people them. They don't run out of money. They can't catch people them. They ask you, give me 50,000. You go give 50,000, 100,000, give 100,000. When they get all that money, what become of our own people? They drain us already. As they misplace a DNA, me I go use the word DNA where they call and say, do not assimilate. For English, we are on DNA for Ambazonia. DNA means say do not assimilate. They no go assimilate we. They no go swallow we. Ambazonia, Ambazonia like you don't catch some people that go back. You know fit I am. So no matter what, at this time with lockdown day, me I don't like for candidate be if they tell you what they go do, what you no go do. We there for war. Either you die or they kill or you be alive. Ambazonia State Army no come up for run for house because they want to run go for bush go hold gun. Ambazonia State Army, you know, never come go hold gun. Now because they war don't come. When somebody come for your house, you can't kill your mommy. It kill nobody say can't kill him. It kill your mommy. It kill your papa. It kill your sister. It rape you. It do everything they do. What if you do again for this world? Now for kill it back. So when you don't come out for that day, therefore you don't accept, say you be Cameroon La Republic person, and you be Cameroon army, I will treat you the same as Cameroon army. We no care your color. Just of a reason for Fako, this past week, for 2 years for Fako, where Cameroon army they die for Fako. Somebody from Fako called me say his cousin don't die. His cousin, when a military person later he don't die for Fako. Say how come somebody from Ambazonia would die for inside? I tell the person say Ambazonia State Army, you know they kill their own. They kill the uniform. Anytime we wear that uniform for the Republic, you carry the emblem, you a target to us. Yeah, that person where they say come off he become for can kill na who. He become for can kill na who. He become for can kill his mommy, kill his papa, kill his sister, and kill his pikin them. Now the thing he can for can kill them. We not be expect for see one of our own for can kill us. We not be expect. Last but not the least, at this time for lockdown, somebody asked again a question, say this, so Willy, how come France, you get military base all over the world, but you no get inside Cameroon? I tell you, say, France military base not inside Cameroon, because France military base is inside Ambazonia, and it is inside the Republic. 99% of Cameroon army, and police, they study for France. That's already a base. When they go study, they come back. They are already planting the seed. So when you see Cameroon army, you know say na la Republic / France. So they no need for can build a base again, where they are picking already there. As you see the enemy for our land, there is jump left to right. Make we pay attention for those the way they sell us. And for this time for lockdown, I will talk openly. We would like for the visit them, for greet them. Those where they help for facilitate we are killing. As we go remain for inside our land within 5 days. Ambazonia State Army, they go visit them, they go to greet them. Thanking them how they spend time for work with the enemy for kill us. So Ambazonia State Army, their own function for this time, not only for keep us safe. They would work at the salute people the way where they chop the enemy, open the dominant enemy, can they kill we. So now so you will see when Ambazonia State Army they go salute some of these people them where they work with the enemy for Cameroon, La Republic. I not go talk about for back, I go talk about front. We go visit them for their house, we go visit them for any side of the day. We go do it. we go salute them. Say, Papa, you do well. Sister, you do well. Has to be number one black leg for the sellers. We go greet them. Now, all that I take for tell you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Commander Willy. And our time is fast spent. We are eating into another program as it is by this time. So please, be patient. I want you to, give us your last words as we prepare to get into the lockdown week. Your last words of advice, just like Commander Willy has done. Want you to give us your last words because our time is, far gone as it is.
Thank you so much. So with my last word, I just want to reiterate exactly what this 20th May was, because I want people to understand the what really happened. So knowing that it was a referendum where Ahidjo asked the people to vote in a voting system where we have seen the we and the yes voting cards, and this voting was open to everyone, including the French citizens who had no right to vote. So our voices were drowned, and because of that, this decision to abolish the federal system took place, and we became a united Republic of Cameroon. Remember, we used to have two flags that were symbols of the federation. That became one flag, indicating a united Republic of Cameroon. And something very important that people should remember, that in that same year, 1972, Southern Cameroons was divided into North Cameroon, Northwest and Southwest. We did not have Northwest and Southwest before. So that's when Northwest and Southwest came about in June of 1972, following this criminal act of Ahidjo. And the significance of this is that when you start dividing the people, you start creating avenues for conflicts. And that's why today sometimes you say that Southwest people hate Northwest people. But we were one people from the very beginning when we were West Cameroonians. So people should understand this. And something very important, I know we're running out of time. I came across this cartoon, which is very important. It talks about exploitation of West Cameroon state resources due to destruction of the West Cameroon state government. In the cartoon, it highlights the rubber, palm oil, banana, and tea plantations that we had in CDC. It shows a picture of things moving from West Cameroon to East Cameroon. It has NPMB cocoa, ONCBC coffee, every timber, all going to East Cameroon. And something there that I want to read. It says, since 1972, when the West Cameroon government was destroyed, the state of West Cameroon became a warehouse with its doors flung open to profit-tearing vandals. The alarming rate of which this plundering exercise is being undertaken is as if timetable has been set within which everything of value in state of West Cameroon must be exhausted. So I bring this up to say that our wealth is being plundered by both France and La République du Cameroun. And this year, most particularly, when there's supposed to be an election coming up, means that we should really, really make sure that no 20th May happens in our territory, because we want to send the message out that La République du Cameroun has no power over us. We have learned the truth, and we are a free people, and President Sako is our leader until we attain pure, total, complete control of our territory. And the final word I want to give is that people should be careful, respect the laws, the international laws as far as war is concerned. I know I'm not a military man, and certain things that our chairperson says I may not align with him, but I will say that respect the laws of battle and make sure that you stay safe. And our women, please be careful and take care of your families. We say short live the struggle and long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Thank you so much, Onyee.
Thank you so much, my patients. Thank you so much, Commander Willy, and to all Ambazonians in the home front and in diaspora. May 20th is no day for celebration. Remember, you're not where you're supposed to be. If you want to compare yourself to others in other climes, it's time for you to reassert and take total control by respecting and obeying the government led by President Dr. Samuel Ikomen-Sako on what is expected of you come May 20th. Right, it's on this note that we'll draw the curtains, knowing that coming up next is another program that is already waiting for you to listen. Until we come your way next week, until my patience comes your way next week for another day on Horizon, is good day and stay blessed.
Thanks for hosting us.
Mutumbu, mama yo, na ya boy go get up. Blue Jay Brothers. Mama yo kind, mama yo beautiful, mama you good, mama you're wonderful. No woman like you, mama. No woman like you, mama. Thank God for you, mama. Thank God for you, mama. 'Cause you gave me life. Mama, queen of my life. Oh, mama, I go love you for life. Oh, mama, 'cause you love me so. Oh, mama, from small beginning, I never forget all the suffer when you suffer for me. Oh yeah, yeah. All the pain and the troubles where I put you through. I remember when money no be there and chop no be there for her. You be the try your best. You go run around to find us something where we go chop. When I dey sleep, you know the sleep. You go dey cry all night. You go hold me tight, start to pray, say God make you help my